Okay, so this is what I learned from a few different coaches and coaching programs that I took about scheduling your day and making sure your time is as efficient as it needs to be. This is like the focus of the CEO in mind, but I think everybody can be using this. So for me, I'm always going to be focusing on cash producing activities as the CEO, and so that's anything that helps me get a new client, helps me get a sale, anything like that. Anything else, those are things that I would want to do. I work on tasks that only take a few minutes to complete. Quickly accomplishing a series of smaller tasks builds momentum for working on larger projects. So I'm doing those most important things. Answering an email, returning a phone call, printing a report. Defer. So this is like a way people break it down. With the 4 Ds: do, defer, delegate, delete. So it's like, what things can you just do, like writing out all your tasks? What things can you defer? And, like it's a new project, it's a bigger thing, you need to schedule when you have the availability. What things can you delegate? And so for me, I'm always looking at like how I can delegate things to you guys, and how can you delegate efficiently, because for me, even doing things like printing a report, answering an email, that takes away from my cash producing activities. So I would rather delegate things like that so I can focus on making more income. So then I'm able to in the future pay you guys more for your work, that type of thing. And what should we delete? What should we just drop out of there? What's not even necessary anymore? And what tasks could we delete from our schedules to move on to have time for other things? And I've been looking at that a lot with our clients, like what processes here are essential? What can we leave out? What do they care about? What do they not care about? Um, so right here, there's a planner that if you guys want access to this, you can make yourself a copy.
Oh, awesome.
Let me send you the link actually. And it allows you to have your day broken up into different time blocks. And so I've made my own out and I could show you guys that. But here's an example of the guy that made this first. So he color coordinates each thing by the category. So like your yellow is your self time, your self care. So look, he's going to be running and going to the gym every day at this time. The MIT is the one most important task for the day, the unsexy work. Okay, so this is time you dedicate for one of your 3 big tasks. So every day we have like all these different tasks, right? And sometimes when you try to do so many things, you feel like you get nothing done fully. So instead, what the idea is to take 3 primary tasks that if you did just those 3 things really well, what would your day look like, and how good would that be? So maybe top 3 tasks for me a lot of times are, check through client accounts, show up to my appointments, and respond to my team, jump on a team call. Those are 3 big things that really move the needle for me versus get up, check a bunch of emails, spend time on a sales call that I don't need to be on, like, do, blah, blah, blah. All sorts of things I could be doing that I don't need to be doing. So that's the example of an MIT. And I'm going to share this with you guys a lot, the most important tasks, because I do this almost every day. I have my most important task, and I'm going to show you guys a daily planning sheet that you can use to write out your most important tasks as well. But yeah, just to look through this, I'll share this link with you guys, and you can make one of these for yourself. But you can just see how each quadrant or each pillar, each section of our lives, we label into colors. And then you have all the essential things that you need to get done throughout your week so that you block it out so it works for you. So for me, instead of wearing a sales hat and then a marketing hat and then an ad hat and then all the different hats at once, I'm only on Tuesdays wearing a fulfillment hat. I'm working with my team on Tuesdays. Whereas Thursdays and Fridays, I'm a sales hat, and then you can focus all in on those days. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks a lot.
So yeah, you guys could take and make less quadrants more, but it's got family, marketing, sales, fulfillment, manage, meet, buffer, plan. So, for buffer time, that's, time, kind of free time, because to be flexible. And then he's got his meetings in here and everything like that. And so it's got this, or you can put in what you want to be doing. I started mine. I think he starts his at 4:30 a.m. No,
Mhm.
thank you. I started at, I think, like 8 or like 7:30. So let me just show you what mine looks like real quick. And is this helpful for you guys going over this kind of stuff?
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. Like time organizing is such a key point in like working at a home. Like you really need like I think you need your space, like really your dedicated office or everything, and your either time, then having, all these type of organizational tools that really brings the office to your home because we're just so used to like just hopping on the computer and for me I don't think it's working. We need a little bit more of a structure. So this is great. Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's what I have to do for myself too,
Mhm.
having a structure, a time, because I don't mind if you guys want to make your own schedules. I don't mind if they're a little bit odd, as long as you're, consistent with that. I just yeah, I just sent Belle a little message, just about some things that are going on. And what I was saying is like, yeah, like it's like three essential things that it really takes to be super good at having like this ad agency deal that we have for all of us. It's time and effort. So like spending our time and our effort to make this happen, and really just dedicating that time. If you're dedicating the time but you're not putting in enough effort, then the time's not really going to show. So it's like when we're putting in that time, instead of like 3 hours to do, a couple things, it's like, what can I do for 1 hour that's going to like help this business long term? So that's effort, time. And then outside of that, there's consistency. So like time and effort is, if it's just done in spurts, and this is what I struggle with, is you won't really grow that much. You'll just be like kind of barely moving the needle. But when you have consistency, that time and effort starts to layer things up. So you're able to continue to grow and continue to grow until you have something very, big built. Excuse me. And then the third thing is focus. So like just focusing on those tasks, focusing on the projects, and focusing on, putting in the time, consistency, and effort. So I'm glad this helps. I'm going to share this with you guys right now. This is what mine looks like. So I made mine a little bit smaller. So self/God. Instead of just self, it's things that I do for myself, and also spiritual or purple. It's a manifestation color.
Yes.
And then I've got like marketing tasks. So this is like when I'm working on marketing for the Shift Social, sales. And I need to go actually back through this and take the time to, just kind of revamp this to where my goals are now. But I will share with you guys the original one. Let me see. I'll share with you guys the original one. Where am I at? Here I am. Boom, copy, and I'm gonna just put it in
Thank you
the
so much.
Zoom chat. Yeah, there you go. It's in the Zoom chat. Okay, so that is number one, numero uno.
Numero uno.
And now we're gonna go. Okay, so here's another really important thing. So a perfect day starts the day before with the night before, actually. And so like if the night before you can set out what your most important tasks are for the next day, you can have all your like kind of the bandwidth. It's when you wake up and you don't really know exactly what you got to do, you're like kind of stressed, you're like not that sure. Maybe we procrastinate because we're like, what do I even do? And versus when the night before you set out, I got 3 really important things to do. Because the thing is like when the hard part about being like an hourly employee versus being like salary is like salary, you can work, like you might have to work a lot, but if you do your things very efficiently and very fast, you're gonna have to work less and you're gonna make more. So the better you get at things, you end up making more. And so that's why, like, if your most important tasks, you wake up super early and you get done by 10 a.m. and then you've just got kind of easy stuff for the rest of the day, you can have days where you're off way early and get way more done than you would previously because you're strict. Like, you know, our mindsets when we work hourly is to like kind of stretch things out. And so that's why, like, you know, we're going to talk about how we're going to structure things with that too, because I've realized how the importance is really not in the time, but it's just like how effective we are. So what really helps me is planning it out the day before. And so these are some tips that I got from this guy, Craig Ballantyne. And you guys actually have access to these courses too. And I'll show you the essential ones for like time development stuff. And you can learn it from the experts instead of me. I'm not nearly as good at explaining this stuff. But what Craig Ballantyne says is black everything out or wear an eye mask. So the eye mask, if you can get a comfy eye mask, it like, I forget to wear mine sometimes, but all the extra lights in our house and the little lights, they really affect how our quality of sleep is. And you'll have a way deeper sleep with an eye mask.
That's true.
Definitely. I do see it in my new apartment. My room is completely blacked out, no
It
windows,
is.
no anything. And my last apartment was a huge windowsill. 6 a.m. in the morning, I had some neighbors that worked with trailers. So 6 a.m. in the morning, they were revving up the engines. So you could imagine how stressed I was during that time. Now that I am here in my new apartment, I can rest up until 9 a.m. That's what happened last week, all week. And it really improved like my focus on the job. So
No
definitely.
wonder you're looking so much more well rested. You're looking very well rested these days. And it shows. And it shows.
I was so stressed with that in that last apartment, but now, yeah, I can definitely, process things better with better sleep. So I do recommend the blackout curtains and the eye mask.
Absolutely. Those things help so much. I'm really glad to hear that you're getting better sleep. That improves the quality of your life so much. So much.
Yeah.
And there's some people, some YouTube channels I watch that people talk about that with business and things too. And it's one of the most helpful things. I'm trying to improve that myself. So I said a good morning starts with the night before. Don't meditate, do yoga, workout, affirmations, and all that other stuff. That's what this guy says. He's like, so many people wake up and they're like, I gotta do a morning routine. I gotta exercise, meditate, do yoga, affirmations, self-development, chant, you know, like affirmate, you know, everything.
Yeah.
And, cold shower, you know, whatever, smoothie, you know, some of those things are going to be good in pieces and things like that when you can do it. But his thing is like, just wake up and do one activity that primes you and one activity that probes you. Okay. So a primer activity would be like meditating, like taking deep internal breaths for 5 minutes, priming you, thinking about your day, like maybe just kind of letting your mind go, doing a couple affirmations, maybe doing some light stretching, like not like a whole thing, but just a little, like getting your mind ready, getting woken up, a little movement. And then one activity that probes you. This is going to be like, you go like, you're going to take a shower or something like that and blast the cold on, like one activity that like wakes you up. So you got something that primes you. It's kind of chill. It's like taking a minute for yourself. And then one activity that's like go. So maybe it's a quick workout. Maybe it's a walk outside, something like that. It's going to probe you up, like you're going to be ready to go. And then get right into your most important tasks directly after that. So just do the top 3 most important things. Give them all your focus. Phone on airplane mode. Mine's not right now, but it should be. Look at this. I got no service anyways. My service is terrible. Yes. Those things help so much. And then you can have so much more freedom in your life when you do these things. And I'm teaching this stuff to you guys and learning it. Like these are things I'm really like, I'm so glad that we're visiting this right now. It's a good reminder for myself because it's not, you know, it's not easy to always stay consistent with these things. We wonder why we get so out of balance. And, you know, we look here, I'm doing, you know, my morning routine is to get up and grab my phone, scroll through Instagram, you know, like that's what I've been doing right now. And this is like absolutely don't do that. No phone for the first, hour of your day, just get right into your most important tasks, get those done, and then you can sit on your phone for hours later on if you put the dedicated work in, so that's, and not that that's our goal, but to have that freedom, discipline is freedom. So
That's true.
Oh my God, very deep. Love this.
Drink 1 large glass of water with lemon first thing before you go to sleep. I mean, when you wake up. Before you go to sleep, what can be very helpful to get better sleep is to also drink a glass of water. But you might worry, well, then I'm going to wake up and have to go pee. But here's what you can do. You can put a little bit of salts in there, like Himalayan pink salt, and that's going to actually block it off. So you're not going to have to pee so fast because that salt's going to retain the water. And then you're going to sleep better too with the just like more water to flush through your system. And then you drink large glass of water with lemon first thing in the morning and you're feeling like superhuman.
Oh, great tip.
And then it just says, keep it stupid, simple and short. So like your MIT, and we'll get into this next part now and I'll show you this. So this is how they structure their to-do list. So let me pull out my, what is this? Is this what I need? This is what I need. Okay, cool. So your 3 most important tasks. So for me today, it's, oh man. I should get my iPad. Team meet. Okay. Wow. Team meet. So my 3 important tasks there: team meeting, sales. Whoa, I don't know why that. Sales.
Wait, abstract really quick.
Picasso.
Process. Sales process. Okay, I gotta go over the sales process. And then I got to go through client accounts. Go through clients accounts. We know what I mean.
We know.
Team meeting, sales, go through clients. And then other tasks that I've got, and I could just jot down some tasks. Like I got,
you eat too.
Walking the dog.
So yeah. So for those are going to be events / to-do. So like if I'm walking dog, it would go over here as a circle, walk dog, and I could put the time, 9 a.m. And then what's another event? Yeah, jujitsu. I got at 6:30, jits. Oh, that's where I put the time, jits. And then I've got those couple of things. And then if it's like responding to emails, it's going to go over here. Responding to email, sign up for service, get groceries, walk dogs. I can schedule that in, or that could just be a to-do. And then right here, you can make a black one for to-dos and when you can do them, and you can like set your day up. So the full black circles are like your to-dos of like tasks to do, and your white ones are like events. So like in between this event and this event, I can hit out these 3 to-dos, check. But then if you don't get a task done, then you're going to write an arrow next to it. And that just means move it over to the next day. And the next day, that task would go at the top here.
Oh, nice.
And you can take notes, you can have everything, but this is a really, really great tool that I love to use for my days. Maybe as a team, we could figure out a good way to create like a packet with this stuff in there that we could print out. I'm kind of a printout person. And we could have a stack of these for each of us, so we could write out our daily stuff or something like that. But let me see if I've got anything else in this lesson to show you guys. Okay, so this is important, getting out of our comfort zone and getting better at what we do. This is, if we're in the comfort zone, we're not really improving at what we do. We're comfortable with where we're at. We're not really excelling to grow. And we're probably either stagnant or we're a little bit declining. Not too bad. The comfort zone. Yeah, not a plane crash. That's That's kind of that's like a midlife crisis. That's back here behind the comfort zone. But then when we want to get out of the comfort zone, we go into the fear zone. And this is where I found myself a lot lately, after you get out of this whole thing and go into the growth zone, you know what there is? Another comfort zone. And then you have to go through this whole
Yeah.
process again.
The whole process again, yeah.
Yeah. So, I've been here. You lack self-confidence in a business sense, in the product, you lack self-confidence. You lack self-confidence in your ability to do your position and excel at it. So then what do? We find an excuse. Well, it's the market. The market sucks. Or
Yeah.
training, or it's just kind of hard, or this or that. Then we're affected by others' opinions. Well, maybe you could just go get a job. Like you could just give up on that, or like affected by other people's opinions in so many different ways. Like, yeah, I don't think you really need to grow your ad agency. Like I think, it's a dying market, and that impacts us, right?
Yeah,
But when
that's
we-
true.
And it sucks, and it happens to all of us. And when we get out of that, we move into the learning zone. And this is where we say, enough with the excuses. I don't care what other people think. I'm trusting my intuition. I'm trusting my gut. I'm trusting my ability to look into my own life and have my own vision, and not basing myself on other people's opinions, which is just limited by their experiences, or letting excuses stop me. So I'm dealing with the challenges and the problems. And this is tough. This takes confronting things, addressing things, and confrontation is tough, but it's very necessary. And this is something that I'm learning for myself and to be better with. You can't let things slide too long, or it just creates a bigger problem down the road. Addressing the white elephants in your life, the things slowing you down, to extend your comfort zone. So now you feel more comfortable dealing with those challenges and problems. Oh, I didn't really know how to do this, and now I've gotten over the excuse that I didn't know how to do it. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and now I'm like an expert with it, and I've extended my comfort zone, and through that I've acquired a new skill. I'm better now. I'm better than I was. So I'm a different person, and through those new skills, I can now build upon that and think about my long-term goals, think about my long-term dreams, think about the things that I want to do, to be able to live your dreams, find your purpose, conquer your overall objective, and then get new goals. And that's the growth zone. And this is abundance, complete abundance. Okay. Like that's what we're dealing with in our life. You always want to have an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset. ¿Cómo se dice scarcity?
Escasez.
Escasez. Yes, escasez.
Yeah.
Escasez. Malacatas, bien abundancia.
we preach abundance in this house.
We do, definitely.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that's one of the things that keeps me going. Like every time I want to get more and more abundant, and always be grateful of the things I have and the things that pass me, that I have done. And I try to always be grateful on that, the person I was before, and the person I am now, and the person I want to be. So that's all about abundance. I really like that word. That's
It's a beautiful word.
beautiful.
Necesito abundancia every day.
Yeah,
How do I say every day?
todos los días.
Todos.
Todos. Todos.
Loros. Todos.
Todos. Todos
Yeah.
Todos los
días.
días.
Yeah.
Necesito abundancia
Todos los días. That's a great affirmation.
That is. I love that. And I feel like learning todos los días. Okay, cool. Abundancia más. Necesito todos los días. I feel like that's a great, it's great to learn both, because when you learn it in a different language, it's like extra affirmation juice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
The universe is like, yes.
Yes.
Double
Definitely.
affirmation.
Yes.
2 points for that.
So this, guys, this is what I show my coaching clients, and how they can set up their their goals. And while we're here, I'd like to just show you guys this too. So instead of thinking like 5-year goals, 10-year goals, that kind of things, we like to think of it in 3-year goals because it's like a little bit more, it's closer. So it's like, it's more attainable. You can see it. And so we want to have big goals and for the next 3 years. And this is where you're going to break that down. So this is the 35,000 feet up goal. So for me here, it's like, I want to have a successful business doing, 100,000 per month. I want to have, a house that I'm living in plus investment property. I want to have a Tesla or something really cool like that. Maybe not a wife, but like, I want to have a serious committed relationship. I think that's important. So these are not just business, but all the things in your life that you want to see happen for yourself. Out of that 3 years, then look at your 12 months. Okay, so if I'm to be able to get this, what does my 12 months need to be like? So if I want to get to 100K per month in 3 years, which is actually too small, it'd be probably like 225 to be more accurate. Then in the next 12 months, I should shoot to get to at least a third of that. So I'm going to say 80K per month goal, which is how many clients? That would be 25 clients, every 2 months or something like that. A new 100 clients. You start breaking it down and kind of planning it. If I want to get an investment property, then I better start with getting my first place to live, like in my first property, this and that. And then with that, you go to your 90-day action plan. So this is the more logistical side. So, build sales team. I got to build my sales team to get this part dialed in, XYZ. You're really breaking it down. And then you go to runaway this week commitments. I'm going to commit to, dialing in my sales process, improving my sales scripts and improving this and that. I'm going to make sure my fulfillment is really good. And in 90 days, we're going to have, this amount of team, XYZ, everything like this, so that it builds down to what you see, what you have to do every week to achieve what you need to do in 90 days. And then when you hit that goal, you're on track to hit this one, which you're on track to hit this one.
Great. Yeah. So like breaking it down leads you naturally to that vision that you have.
Exactly. So yeah, for this, you guys have access to this as well. Just go ahead whenever you want to do this, just make a copy. So I'll just share this link with you and you guys can get access to all these different links and things like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is really good for the team. I realize, guys, that I'm not going to be doing a lot of coaching anymore. I'm going to be mostly just coaching you guys, training my team.
Okay.
I had a couple clients, I was teaching them how to run ads and do all this stuff. And it was really, really difficult because they're like busy running their business. And so I realized that time could just be spent working with you guys and training. And so, I like to show some of the things that I've taught them because the mindset really is super, super important.
Yeah, definitely. And how is it going now with the courses? Like, will you halt or did you stop the courses?
So for the revenue scaling roadmap, I'm going to just sell a course that's complete do-it-yourself. I'm not going to be like coaching them so much. So it's going to be the right type of person that can set it up. And then mostly we're just going to be focused on selling just the done for you ads service and done for you Facebook and Instagram ads with the CRM in the back end and all of those processes. And that's basically what we're going to break down. So like this is like our every campaign basically, essentially like you guys, even though Geraldine, you're like a graphic specialist, Annie, you're like CRM specialist and like, communication, things like that. This is the process that every client should basically go through. And it's like setting the vision for their campaign. So I'm going to have our clients doing some basic exercises like this. so that they can be on the right mental page, even though we're going to be doing the ads for them, so they understand things better.
Yeah, so they can be aware of the things that we are doing.
That's important.
Exactly. And then
Okay.
once we have that, we're going to perform the audit. And the reason we do this is because when we perform this audit, like we're going to be able to figure out a good strategy for them. And we're not just going to be like throwing things around. And I'm going to go more in depth on this when we go through our whole service with the fulfillment with Bell. But I just want you guys to have an idea, because this is where, you know, like, so the perform audit, this is what Bell and I will do, and strategy, and you guys will know good strategy as well. And we'll all kind of work together. But this is to avoid having situations like where we're taking orders from our clients. So we are the experts, and like our clients, if they come in and they feel like we're not leading them, or things aren't simple, or they're not seeing what they thought they wanted to see, then they're going to start trying to take control and just tell us like how to structure campaigns.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay for them to give their feedback. Sometimes they have great ideas. Some are more better at marketing than others. So we want to take their feedback for sure. But some other times what this will happen is they'll start rambling off stuff they want to, we'll start working on it, and then it's going to create more work only for that thing to not be maybe done the right way, because we didn't do an audit with them. We didn't have a strategy lined out. So now it's like we're backtracking, and that's so frustrating for everybody involved. You know, you do this work and then you're like, oh, well, that was pointless because this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So one example that would have been like, and this isn't really on you guys, this is training, you know, but like our salon, he's like, hey, I want to do like a gas offer. We cranked out that gas offer. That was amazing. You guys did great. I love to see that. However, the campaign, since it runs for a short time, we're only going to run it over the weekend. And then we did all this work for like a short campaign. And I would have, you know, and as I work with Bell, as I work with you guys, I'll help you understand more of my philosophy when running ads and things like that. But I would have never, ever told a client that was a good idea. I would have just told them, I'd been like, no, we're not going to do that, because that's not going to be a campaign long term. We don't need to run a bunch of offers. How about we just start you off with $1,000 off coupon? We run that for a lot of our clients. It works really well. And then Geraldine, you know how to make the graphics for that. Annie, you know how to set the CRM for that. We've already got the proven campaigns, and we can just rock with it, because we don't want to have to recreate things from scratch, because we've already done this so many times. So I want to duplicate the database reactivation that's perfect for one client into the other and use that for them. So we're not like changing the words or anything like that, the offers and things like that. So that's the importance of us coming together and doing an audit, even as a team, like a team huddle, client to client. And I wouldn't, maybe that's a great process to implement. Like each client, because we have their onboarding call, maybe we get on together 15 minutes before the onboarding call and we talk about, okay, how's this client going to go? This is kind of their CRM flow. Because another thing for the audit is we have to know how they want their CRM system kind of set up, because we do have to work with them to integrate. Not all of them want to use our system, and that's okay. So that's going to also save us time by doing that. And so I just wanted to mention that. What do you guys think? Any follow-up you had with that?
I agree. It's great to just be on the same page, like know exactly what offers we are thinking for this specific client. That's like the main thing, because we are far away from each other. Like not even my sister, I cannot go to my sister's house every day. Haven't seen her in like 2 weeks since I moved here. So, we are far away. We are really be tuned in with how we think and the offers that we want to do and the campaigns that we know that are proven. So I do agree, it's very great.
Yeah, it's happened to me when with the Natalie from Warrior Fitness Center, that she wanted a specific kind of graphic for a campaign that we have proven, like the one for Total Fitness Kickboxing. I was like, but this is the proven formula. This will get you your customers. But she was like, no, I need these colors. I don't like it. And I was like, but okay, I don't mind. I like designing. It's my job. But I was thinking, if this is our proven campaign and this is the one we know it gets customers, why don't we tell her, yeah, we like that you have your style, but this is the way we do it, and this is the way we are getting your customer to other clients. No,
Exactly.
no wonder like Total Fitness Kickboxing, they give us their other gyms. It's not just Boulder, it's Soundbrainer, it's
5 now. Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like a little not bothered, but I was like, we can do things differently, but I wasn't like, okay.
Right. And that's important to know too. And that's why, I want all of us to learn about ads, paid ads on Facebook and Instagram. I want all of us to know what a good ad looks like, and not that all of us are going to be running the ads, but since we all collaborate on that process, we all need to be experts in our little field of that, So Geraldine, like, one thing that we're going to be doing is just, you guys, I'd like to have you start off the day a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week. You start off the day with just one. It can be a YouTube video, or it can be a piece of content that I've already paid for, of course, that you just listen to as you get started out with your day, 20 minutes to an hour. That's going to just be about the best. So like, here's what I would do if I was you.
Yeah.
I would go to YouTube. Don't judge me by all the videos.
Don't worry.
You can tell so much about a person by the videos that they're
Yeah.
By the algorithm.
It's like business women.
It happens.
Mine right now is tarot cards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
There are just a few that I believe in, though. Like, I don't believe in any tarot cards, because many say like your ex is coming back, and I don't want him back.
Yeah, get that guy out of here.
Well, I don't know. So yeah, that's the tea on mine.
Get
Yeah,
him.
mine is full of stand-up comedy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was I thinking? Oh yeah, so I would look up best creatives system for Facebook ads. Top 5 Facebook ads that convert. How to optimize your Facebook ad creative for better result. Facebook ad 2022. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything. And then you can tell Natalie, hey, Natalie, we can run your graphic against ours as a test, but we found that this structure works best right now. And so being, testing different things, trying different things out that you see in here, this will keep your imagination fresh and things going.
Yeah.
And then also just looking in the ads library too, of course. Ads library has so.
Yeah, it really helps me. Sometimes I just type it up and just look at it and be like, yeah. And now I just copy it.
One sec. Let me send over. Chase is getting into sales call. Let me just send him over this link real quick. Share. Okay, so let me just go back to where I was. I think this is super helpful to see the whole process. Are you guys learning from this? Is this being eye-opening? Okay, good. Okay, so once we have the audit down, we know how we're going to structure the CRM, all that jazz, then we're going to structure their offer. So this is where we'll look in the ads library at other businesses like theirs. We'll find lead magnets that work for other businesses. We'll find offers that work for other businesses. We'll look through offers that we've ran in the past. We'll see what they're offering for free already. We'll see what kind of resources they have already. And then we'll come up collectively with a plan, $1,000 off coupon, 2 free weeks plus this. Make sure the offer says this. Make sure we structure it like this. These are the fine details. Once we have the offer, we start to craft the campaign. Bella writes the copy.
Mhm.
or you know, she uses the proven structures. And Geraldine, you start to build out some creatives. Ad creatives don't always have to look like really built out good graphics. We've noticed that
Yeah,
the stuff that catches people's attention looks really strange. It looks really weird.
yeah.
Like, and not like a wacky graphic. It usually looks like kind of low quality. It's weird. It's like,
Yeah,
you notice
that's,
that?
yeah.
I
It bugs me, but I can understand it.
I believe it's just like translating, you know, those spectaculars on the streets and just translating it to digital. Because it looks
Yeah.
very like the same, you know, structure, like big titles, the number, and then, you know, trying to make that curiosity out of whoever sees that ad, like on the street. Now it's just like translating it into the digital world, just like that.
Mhm.
Exactly. And even you know, like there's digital billboards, and that's kind of like, I think what you're saying, like a billboard and a street
Yeah.
sign. But the cool thing about advertising these days is we can put like videos, and we can put different things. So instead of being, excuse me, a billboard, it's like more interactive, and it engages with them, and then they can click and go through it. So it's almost like this is probably a really good ad. Like, you know, I would just spend a lot of time in here and just like looking at everything. Like, this is every ad that's running. This is our whole system. Everything we do, everything that's good in all the ads, all of our ads are running in here. Everyone's ads are running here. This is a really cool ad for agencies. You see an ad that's selling leads. You know, I have hundreds of these ads down. We could be pumping out one piece of one new graphic for the Shift Social agency, you know, to implement into my ads that I run to get clients for dealerships, because I run those ads for myself. So, you know, just this is overall where our system's at. Facebook and Instagram ads still work. They're still working for a lot of our clients. A lot of our clients are getting really, really good results. I like the way these creatives look. These get my attention a lot. Gradient background, simple, simple, simple. Even this stuff these days is working really well,
Yeah.
really well. I bet this one's crushing it. Look at this, is what I kind of what I mean. This is like a really awkward picture. I bet it doesn't, you know,
That's true.
versus this one. I doubt this one stays going very long.
Mm.
I need to muscle through the same old workouts. Personalize your strength with variation of your favorite lifts. How to maximize up your strength routine. Instead of this, I would say free guide helps you mix up your strength routine to maximize your strength. Get the 10 secret variation hacks on your favorite lifts, plus a personalized strength routine with this new guide. You know how that's where copy is so important, because it says such a different thing. But overall, this creative sucks too. Like, instead, this should say like free guide, you know, like it shows the guide, something like that. This doesn't say anything. This is great. This looks really cool. People are going to see this. It's going to catch their eyes. It's amazing. This sucks. So this is the same company running this one, and this one.
This one.
I could
Yeah.
go, I could probably message this company and take them as a client because of how bad whoever's doing their ads is doing. Videos are going to crush it, but you guys right now don't focus on videos, because I'm actually going to be, I'm working to hire a video editor to edit my videos like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you have time to, Geraldine. What do you think? You've probably got enough already. I've been
No.
planning on having somebody to do that, but what do you feel about video editing, like adding like captions and stuff like that?
I'm not mad at it. I really like editing videos. The only thing I'm very slow at it, but I can do it.
Okay. That might be okay. I think we're going to be doing a lot of video editing, so I am going to look for somebody to hire on to be a YouTube channel manager, since I have an monetized YouTube channel already.
Okay.
So I definitely want you focused on just like really good at ads and stuff for right now. But if there's little video stuff that comes up, we'll throw it your way. But you know, like I don't want to put too much on your plate. Keep it simple for you. But that's good to know that you like to do that. Maybe we'll have some projects for that. And always let me know if you feel like your workload's a little low because I've got, you know, random videos always that we can be clipping up. And also that does remind me, and this is pretty relevant to what we're talking about here. I've been adding videos like a madman that have been saved on my computer. You guys can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this, shifts.
Creative. All right.
Video clips, and then I've got unclipped videos.
Okay.
I put them all into folders, and so we've got like, okay, so for right now I'm working on the dealer system a lot, so you can go to dealer sales calls and you can see like this is the latest one. This is just from like last week, and I literally have 30 minutes of me like little clips where I'm like explaining our whole system, really breaking things down. And I've got a lot of live videos like this now that I'm recording that we can clip up into videos for Instagram Reels and stuff like that. So
Okay.
maybe once a week, we just do one reel added in with the social media graphics that you already do. And you can just use any of the materials in here. I'd love it if you could start with this call, this Ben Sporn call right here. This,
Okay.
and when you go through this, when you hear it, it's going to help you understand all other things about the business too. And then we've got revenue scaling trainings. This is where I'm talking like mindset and stuff. I look like a madman right there. I don't know. I was probably going a little mad at that point. Whoops. And then we've also got some sales calls, which are really good to have.
Mhm.
I don't know why I was on a sales call in a beanie. That's not a good look. Should probably be a little more professional. It's tough when you're the boss. Just kidding. Okay, so we craft the campaign, then we integrate the software. Annie, this is where you come in. Boom, bam, CRM, boom, bam, boom, boom. Campaign synced up, lead form, dot, dot, dot. We already know how to do this stuff. And we'll work together to make sure that that whole process, when we do a deep dive with Bell on like the individual stuff, we'll make sure everything's good. Like with the notification, like this morning, like just making sure you have like the title of each one, little things, you know, little
things like that. Like right now for me would be, you know, for these new clients that are not dealerships, we do not have a specific snapshot for them. So, you know, those when Platinum came in, I was like, well, what snapshot did I put in? I just left the one that we already had, you know, like the base one, but that still has like dealership stuff. So, you know, those type of little things that we need to tune or sync in for the CRM process for it to be completely 100% smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, snapshot, integrating the snapshot, the follow-up sequences, how to sync up with their CRM. So we want to create some documentation that just has each one of those steps for you so that, you know, if it's, you know, because part of it might be like removing snapshots. Some of them like have like extra stuff in there that our clients see and they're confused. But right now, the one that's good for non dealerships is the convert snapshot. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the one that comes with the Zapier Monday. Monday, why did I mention Monday? That comes with the automation for new clients. That's the one that I left for Platinum. So that's good to have that cleared out.
do you think we should not have any snapshot go into them and just manually load?
Not really, because that snapshot like has the base stuff, but it's focused on dealerships. It's a little more general, but it does have like query and things. You know, we could talk about it deeper when I, you know, think about it.
Yeah, we'll go through the whole
plan
process.
around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do not have snapshot that of our own for gyms, and we are like expanding in that market. So the idea might be to have a snapshot for gyms, you know, taking the best out of the new ones that we've had. That would be like my idea.
I think so, yeah, because we could just save. I mean, the TFK Total Fitness gyms, they don't really use much of our CRM, but the jiu-jitsu ones always will. So yeah, we should look at that for sure. I agree 100%. And that's what Bell and I and you's call will be. I don't even know if we'll need you on it, G. because we're going to be like real deep diving into the system. Maybe it'll be good for you to know, just so when you're marketing for us, you can see and say, this is what we do, our onboarding process, this and that. So,
Okay, okay.
so once we have that squared away, then we automate their follow-up. This is going to be, there's 3 ways we automate the follow-up. We do our welcome email and text. This is for everybody that opts in to one of our campaigns. A lead comes in, we send them a welcome email, welcome text, and then we have a sequence of other texts and emails, and you guys have seen how that kind of flows. Outside of that, we also have their appointment automations. So when somebody books an appointment, making sure that their confirmations go through, that the calendar is all set up correctly, and that there's a no-show campaign. And we'll dive into this deeper too. We'll write it all out and everything. And then there's database reactivation campaigns. So for each client, those are the only automated campaigns we really need to run. Once we have those down, we can work those for a long time for them. And we've got proven ones from client to client. So you basically just have to have those structures switched over, make it specific to the client, make sure it's all looks right, links, everything, it's smooth. And then from there, we are able to launch the campaign on the ad side, database reactivation we're able to launch, and appointment campaigns. They can now run people to their appointment system that we've created for them online. And through that, they're going to get the leads, and then they should be nurturing the leads. Our system should be nurturing the leads. We're working with them to make sure they're nurturing the leads. We're sending them best practices. We're telling them how they should optimize it. Because you see a client like Boulder, they're signing up 20 people a week, whereas Natalie has 100 leads and they're only signing up 1. So what are they doing different? How can we nurture the leads different? What is the other gym doing that this one's not?
Exactly.
Then from there, we refine the results and we can go back to here, a new offer, do the whole thing over again. And we continue to stack more and more results on for our clients, giving them more value, providing more for them on the successful ones so that they stay with us long term.
Nice.
Okay, so that is our system overview, essentially, without getting too deep into it. That's what every client, the package that I'm selling to each one of them, dealership or not, they all get that. And the way we break down our service is it's a one-time monthly fee. It's going to be about $2,000 to $1,500. And then we do everything for them. Unlimited campaigns. If they tell us they want to do a trade-in campaign and $1,000 coupon and this and that, we'll build those all out. We'll stack them with time for them. If they're going to be successful offers, we'll run their ad spend and we'll help them learn how to use the CRM. So that's the essential system right now. And I just wanted to go over that with you guys, get on the same page, give you some tips, and then answer any questions. Yeah, so leaving off from there, I know you guys got stuff to do today. So what main things do you have for me off of that? And then I've got just a couple other points.
For me, I'm just waiting on Belle to tell me if she needs more graphics. I work on the next week graphics and maybe work on the reel you just asked me to do.
That'd be great. That would be awesome if you wanted to clip up some reels. That would be impeccable.
Yeah.
So perfect.
Yeah, on my end, I have, well, 2 things are specifically fulfillment. We can go about it on our call with Belle. It has to do with the automation thing that I got on Monday. I got a notification that those were assigned to me. I know it's just hooking up the CRM, but I'm just waiting on Belle for that. And for you specifically, I want to know if Ulz from Easy Auto Sales has booked anything with you or talked with you.
He has not yet. No, he said that we needed to give them a proper onboarding, and they haven't learned how to use the system yet.
All right, yeah, I did. Well, I'm gonna send again the link for him to, book that onboarding. He needs a proper onboarding, but he's not like focused on getting that onboarding, scheduled. So I just wanted to know that. We'll send that again. Now for Ben Sporn and Eric Rivera, I don't see them in their onboarding form yet. So I wanted to know first off if those were the same people, like are they from the same like group or dealership, or are they different?
For which one? Oh,
For Ben Sporn and Eric Rivera?
those are the same actually. So that was a duplicate entry. So I'll need you to just combine those two.
Okay, they haven't done the onboarding form, or he hasn't come into the
Oh,
into
they haven't done the onboarding form.
Yeah, they haven't come through on the Google Sheet, and I just wanted to know exactly because Ben joined Slack,
Yeah.
but the Slack channel wasn't made. So it tells me that they didn't do the onboarding form to go through the whole automation process. I went into Zapier and checked, it was on and active, so
Okay,
we're just
I'll get with Ben right now and he'll do that.
awesome.
Yeah.
And my last question was about Natalie. She wrote that we talked briefly about it. So, talking about the boundaries that we need to set for the clients, knowing that we're the experts, stepping into that power, we are delivering the leads, 100 leads, that's a lot. So, but we also do not want to upset the client, of course. We want to do damage control. So, do you have any ideas for me for any answers that you want to give her, or how would you deal with that?
It's tough. It's really tough. I was wondering that myself. So anything like that, you can always bring to me and say, hey, this is kind of a tough one. I'm not sure about this. I don't mind helping you out with anything like that. But for her specifically, yeah, it's kind of tough because we are sending a lot of leads. So what we can talk about doing is dialing in the process so that we can get her better qualified leads. We're getting a lot that respond, but they're not coming in. So how can we feed them into the system and to get the best leads in there? And where do her best leads come from? And figuring out like which types of people are more likely to sign up and convert for them, and when they were having a high conversion rate, who were they signing up exactly? Because if we can try to mimic that, we can make our campaigns so they structure a little bit better and get higher intent leads. And so with that, we can tell her that we can look over our structure. Obviously, we are getting a lot of leads. Obviously, they're real people. They're really responding. So I would I would kind of break it down like that. So, hey, Natalie, it's super odd and unfortunate to have a conversion rate that's that low out of 100 leads. However, our system isn't just to send you leads if they're not going to be converting. What we want to do is look over our whole strategy and find out how we can get you more high quality leads and better opportunities, and what we can do on our end. And then also look at some of your processes. It sounds like you guys are calling them, texting them, but what's being said, so in this type of situation, what I would actually do is I would send a test lead through, and we can do this for any of our clients. We send a test lead through and we see, do they call us? What do they say when they call us? Is it rude? Is it weird? Because if they call us on, and you can have them call the Shift Social, you can put in the Shift Social's number so it's like recorded, and they call us and they call us and they're not very helpful, and because we're just going to act like a prospect. Hi, I just wanted to get a little bit more information. I filled out, da da da. So
Okay, I understand.
yeah, so I got a bunch of texts coming in. Okay, so Ben Sporn, yeah, that's what I was doing. Send Ben Sporn. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. We got to hold our frame, and part of that is come from just being experts, and we're gonna be experts by watching like one video a day on marketing, on advertising, on what you do specifically. Go high levels YouTube, like just literally watching every video. Guys, I started this business from literally watching free YouTube videos to figure out how to run Facebook ads. And that's pretty much all I've really done. So, but it looks like I'm having some issues here.
Okay.
Not with sales thing that's going on. But let me send this message out to Ben Sporn and we'll have him fill out the onboarding form. And then outside of that, yeah, holding our frame with the clients. It looks like Monday has been really good for you guys. Or has that been really helpful when we update that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make sure we just, when something's done in there, we can delete it when it's done well, and then we add any other tasks that we need on there, deadlines, and I'll continue to work more diligently in there as well. Okay, that's all we got, guys. So Annie, I wanted to take a couple minutes just to talk with you. I know we had a couple things that we're dealing with as well. Geraldine, you're all good. Thanks for jumping on today. Appreciate
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you for all the how do
Absolutely.
you say consejos? For all the tips and tricks.
Absolutely. Yes.
And I'm very grateful to work with you guys. So have a great start of your week.
Hey, well, we appreciate you. Glad you're on the same page. Thanks, G.
Bye.
And get your smell back.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah, no.
Bye.
See you. Hello.
Hey, Nate.
Here, let me